Welcome to our channel, where we delve into the depths of history to uncover the untold stories behind significant events. Today we embark on a journey to explore one of the most controversial chapters in modern European history, NATO's bombing of Serbia in 1999. Join us as we unravel the complexities and motivations behind this pivotal moment. From March 24th to June 10th, 1999, the NATO conducted an air campaign against the FRY, codenamed Operation Allied Force. Yugoslav media have stated that thousands of civilians were killed in NATO air raids. However, the civilian death tolls, given in detailed FRY government accounts, range from 400 to 600. NATO has not released official estimates of civilians or FRY combatants killed. NATO has claimed that its air campaign against the FRY was the most precise and lowest collateral damage air campaign in history. However, there has been serious concerns about the extent to which NATO forces participating in Operation Allied Force adhered to the rules of international humanitarian law on the conduct of hostilities, specifically those laid down to protect civilians and civilian objects. On the basis of available evidence, including NATO's own statements and accounts of specific incidents, there is a belief that NATO forces did commit serious violations of the laws of war, leading in a number of cases to the unlawful killings of civilians. NATO did not always meet its legal obligations in selecting targets and in choosing means and methods of attack. In one instance, the attack on the headquarters of Serbian State Radio and Television, RTS, NATO launched a direct attack on a civilian object, killing 16 civilians. Such attack breached Article 521 of Protocol 1 additional to the Geneva Conventions of 1949, relating to the protection of victims of international armed conflicts, and therefore constitutes a war crime. In other attacks, including the Gardelica Railroad Bridge, the Automobile Bridge in Lausanne, and Varvarin Bridge, NATO forces failed to suspend their attack after it was evident that they had struck civilians, in contravention of Article 572b of Protocol 1. In other cases, including the attacks on displaced civilians in Jakovica and Korisa, insufficient precautions were taken to minimize civilian casualties. Although NATO's bombing effort in the end played the determining role in bringing about Milosevic's defeat, a host of additional factors also figured importantly in this respect. In addition to the damage that was being wrought by NATO's air attacks, for example, another factor that very likely contributed to Milosevic's surrender was the sheer depravity of Serbia's conduct in Kosovo, which ultimately stripped it of what little remained of international support, most notably from the Russians. Yet another element that may have come into play was pressure from Yugoslavia's elite, for whom NATO's bombing of key industrial and economic interests in and around Belgrade had begun to take an intensely personal toll. Milosevic was, in addition, almost surely aware of the growing potential for a ground invasion as NATO's air war progressed. By the end of May 1999, it had become clear that NATO had increasingly accepted the need to go ahead with a ground invasion in the event that its air effort alone failed to bring about a decisive outcome. Although senior officials in Washington remained highly resistant to proceeding with that course right up the very end, Milosevic cannot have failed to apprehend the implications of such a possibility. At the same time, Milosevic was bearing witness to an escalating air war that showed no signs of abating. Although NATO's efforts to find and attack dispersed and hidden enemy forces in Kosovo had proved largely ineffective, an increasing number of infrastructure targets were being hit each day, and these attacks were taking a mounting toll both on Yugoslavia's leadership and on the population as a whole. It is thus likely that NATO's air offensive ultimately convinced Milosevic that the alliance not only intended to persist in its attacks but was determined to prevail. In the end, the sustained bombing, although by no means the sole factor responsible for the success of Allied force, set the stage for Milosevic's capitulation by making it clear that he had little to gain by holding out. As we come to the end of our exploration, we hope this video shed light on the multifaceted reasons behind NATO's decision to bomb Serbia. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge and questioning the narratives of the past. Thank you for watching.